Welcome back as the Channel Churns. Roland, already in the middle of trying to create a reaction channel that people will like, is dealing with his day. We started out with some spiritually uplifting content. That doesn't work for everyone at all the time, but it's okay. If you don't like it, skip it to the next one. Was out and about, so there would have been all kinds of nice scenery as I drove across the country yesterday. Now, I don't have that to give you, but you can put it in here. Farm country, flowing rivers, a river valley, forests. Yeah, that's it. Drive through the country and little country towns to get to, over the hills and through the valley to the buddy's house we will go. To play a little cards, have a little camaraderie. Share what we think we might know. So Martha Munizi, I'm not sure on her last name. Munizi, maybe. I actually really enjoyed it. Then AU Goose fans with the Try and Pray, thought that was really, I thought it was very, I liked it, all right? And then I liked the title and the tie together and the idea in the description. I'm still inspired from a lip last night, chilling and being myself. I wish I had I need a coffee, but we'll fix that. John Farnham, The Time Has Come. Now, that's can make you think a lot of stuff, and I admit that I thought maybe it was an indictment of, I thought it might be a song from people who base their opinions on personal guilt. I don't have that deal, so I looked at it as maybe the time has come for morally sound people to put aside their differences and free humans from bondage. As I've talked about a bunch of times, that comes from my Passio and other stuff. So in our story, Roland is greatly influenced by outside sources. That's why it's a fiction. I don't think I'm right. I don't think I'm wrong. I just don't think you have to believe what I believe. That's it. I don't think we need like-minded collectivism unless it was based on morally sound, freeing doctrine. And sometimes songs appear to come from a guilt-ridden source. Like, I feel so bad for what my granddaddy did, I can't function. I don't, to pad the drama in our story, this is sort of like an internal monologue right now, okay? And I'm just thinking, it's going to rock the boat again. And I guess I'm putting this down first because I'd like to see if it's misunderstood. Because I believe in the subjective nature of art. And then when the artist says, take from it what you will, I believe we're allowed to. That differences in opinions are what makes us unique, not similarities in vision. There's just no chance there's a single vision that covers everybody. So I tend to struggle there. So this should be interesting. I like the song. I thought the song is fantastic. John shines as always. But the lyrical content was vague. So if I was in my soap opera right now, I might be out at the shop working, having an internal monologue thinking, will the Farnham fans be angry? Have I upset them again? Find out later today as the Channel Churns, right? And then we'll see. Now, Crusader been hitting me up for a vlog because Robert, some of us like Hammerfall. Not everybody, right? Well, I think the behind the scenes stuff was amazing. Actually took me right back to working in the clubs, opening up the club for hungry musicians who needed to use the bathroom. Being able to see back into a green room or a waiting room behind stage, all that stuff was really fun. So I enjoyed it. And almost 20 minutes for an 8-minute video. So definitely had something to say. That's where I'm at with my day. I would like to check out another part 2 of the Hammerfall Worldwide Revolution vlog. I have some other stuff on deck, but I'm not sure. I just know we'll be back with something. I have dipped in my comments enough to know that, Grumps, if you make it this far, which I don't think you do, unfortunately, this is why maybe you don't realize how important you are to the channel. I said it yesterday and I'll say it today, and I'm not mad. I do think you represent a character who's hard to handle. And later today, when we go through comments, it's going to become very evident. And I kind of feel bad. But this is the part of our story where we're going to learn who the... we're going to learn about character development today. Yeah. No, we're going to see what kind of consistency is within supporters, bus riders, lounge visitors, club goers, friends, family, loved ones, and fair weather fans alike. Everyone by now knows what I do with the haters. You get Front Street. You get right up there. I have to do it. Why? Because we're all too free to hurt each other with empty words that we type in the dark and push send. There has to be accountability. Now, it's a morning up church. He's the one that taught us that you don't just bend over. If I want to comment and be in the comments with everyone as part of our ongoing online drama, well, then I have to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly. It is the nature of the beast. It would never just be our children who suffer from online harassment or hate. It can be anyone with an opposing view. And we will never come together if we can't share opposing viewpoints. I do understand there's a fantasy element to living. And that if everyone thought the way another person did, you'd all be happy. In my personal opinion, not a chance. I've never seen any of that work. I think we have to be different and then still get along. Right? So maybe that's what, the daytime soaps are for. Resonating with characters we relate to. Being challenged by characters who do that. And be off-put by the ones that put out that off-putting energy. And accepting that those characters are part of our story is how you keep writing the story. I can't run from Grumpy because most of the time she's a very wonderful individual. She just suffers from what have you done for me lately syndrome, which, I mean, I'm blessed by a family that taught me that that's not a thing, that I am grateful that that album is, 40 years old. Well, okay, 38 years old, whatever. And that it's still there. Sure, it's not playable, but it's, right? And still grateful. It's 5 years old, restaurant in California. Got that piece. Would never be replaced. Still grateful it's with me. I am grateful for every wonderful thing a person has shared with us. I'm going to acknowledge all the bad stuff they do too, because we are accountable for our actions. That should pad the drama efficiently, creating a dramatic narrative for all us to get behind. I don't know. Maybe not. I know it's about that time to move on. Get ready to start the day. As I said, you've got Martha is a spiritual-based song. So, I mean, if you're not looking for that, just try and pray. Guitar-driven progressive rock, kind of. Very cool. John Farnham, I liked it. And the Hammerfall blog. I'm probably going to watch the John Farnham just to make sure I didn't step on too many toes. So if, by chance, it doesn't get up, we'll figure it out. I don't think it was anything offensive. But sometimes I don't know. I ramble a lot. Oh, and on a side note, I mean, Bernard is 100% right. If I could write, I would write, but it has to do with the unfortunate. My writing skills, pronunciation, spelling, and punctuation are so poor that I'm not sure I could even do the write drunk, edit sober. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not willing to try, and that's actually what the Channel Churns. Now, I know this is just an update. We're still in the prologue. I haven't figured out how to do it quite yet because I think I might have to script it. That's the unfortunate truth is I get all kinds of little nuggets of fun that fall out of my face hole. But it's not as coherent and awesome as... awesome, that's a subjective opinion. It's not as coherent as I would like. And it doesn't, if I could get it to flow like a real story, then I think it'd be fun. And I'm still trying to figure out maybe an outline. Do a, come back. So it'd be like this. I'd come over to As the Channel Churns Prologue 1. Well, Bernard, there's why, there's why you got included, because... oh, thank you, Crusader. I got you today. Oh, thank you. I mean that. Crusader, thank you. No, there wasn't a rush. And I don't mind when you remind me, right? And that's why I got to it, because I know we've talked. And it's about our interaction. I have the respect for everybody that I believe I should. But if you're interacting on everything, Robert, Bernard, Crusader, well, there you go. There you are. You're such a huge part of this thing for me. Maybe some people don't understand that. Now, Grumpy, if she was here, as much as she might not have liked all this, she'd understand she was included in all of this. And maybe it'd be a different experience. I don't know. Right? I have no clue. But long story short, I got that vlog coming up, Crusader, because I appreciate it. And because almost in every video, taking the high road. I don't even know. So I don't always think the high road is necessarily true. I think we have followers that are loyal to the show. They get that loyalty should mean something, especially in today's collectivist future. A lot of people love unions. Well, I come from a labor union background, and it turns out that seniority is a thing. And if you want to get some seniority and loyalty, it's an earnable item. But unfortunately in life, nothing is owed to anybody for free. I don't agree with that. I agree with the union thinking. Now, of course, it was the electrical union, and it only protected labor rights. It didn't actually protect people who didn't work. They had very little of that. Very, very little old school employees laying back going, hey, do the work for me. So I didn't, it's all different, right? It didn't look the same. But yeah, I mean, you want seniority, you want loyalty, you want the treatment, then you'd have to participate in the whole adventure. Crusader, Robert, Bernard, there's way more than that, but I just happen to be here on As the Channel Churns 1, and that's how it's going to work. Tomorrow, I will visit As the Channel Churns 2. Eventually, it will start growing through the comments, the interaction, and that's how we'll write the story somehow. I don't know. I got all the time in the world, and we're not going nowhere. Like I said, if you ever have doubts, let's go for a 5-year run. If I was committed to working 1 year every day, which outside of emergencies, I think I'm okay with. I don't think I've crapped out on us yet. This is just season 1 of a 5-year run, at least. I'll recontract at the end, but there's what I've signed with myself, my soul, and the universe. Win, lose, or draw, we're going the whole way. And hopefully there'll be a playlist that watches like a frickin' story. Like you're sitting around the campfire and some weird old medicine man is smoking the pipe and telling you a tale. Maybe. If you get lucky. Otherwise, just try to have some fun and enjoy ourselves, but be honest. That's it. Bernard is a good point. Bernard challenges us all the time. This man knows his stuff. I've never been threatened by his statements, even if they challenge my own. I appreciate someone willing to go out there and share with us. So, examples are everywhere. You do not have to guess on this channel. Examples are set everywhere. Come on and join the story. We'll see you later.